Hello everyone. So how are you guys doing? Today I'm going to make a fishing t-shirt, and this one I'm going to use this text, and I'm going to use some fishing vector, some fish vector from Fabric. So this is my vector. I'm going to first step is I'm going to modify this vector because this is a vector from Fabric, so I cannot use it just as it is. So for I want to first of all make it a one color vector so that I can change the colors later. So I am selecting the vector, and then if I click on this trim option, it is going to trim. Then if I double click, I am going to select my magic wand and then remove the whites in the design like this. You can see that is a white left. We can delete that. Now once it is completely removed, I can select my vector, then I am going to make it black, and this is how it is going to become a one color vector. But if I select the vector, as you can see, it is showing me there is a strokes. Sometimes this is just because of the some blank stroke. Try to expand the vector. If it is not working like that, then you can just simply make the stroke none, and that will be not a problem. Like this is a single color vector right now, no stroke, on the fill colors. Now in this one I am going to use this vector, this text and this vector, but I want to really focus on the vector here. So this is going to be the focus point of my video, of my design. And if I am using a free vector and that is the focus point of my design, then of course I need to modify that so that this is not the exact same vector I am taking from Freepik. And for fixing that, I'm going to add some text with my design like this. I'm going to use my this old sport athletic NCV font. Now this one may be a bit smaller in size, or maybe a bit, okay, I don't like to express the text, that is fine. So like this, and I'm going to use kind of a border area here, but in a stroke size. So I'm going to make it that much stroke, maybe that is fine. Then I'm going to take it here. Okay, I can simply select the text and then break it so that I can select my strokes and the text, and then I can distribute the space between them. Then if I select my these two stroke, I'm going to change them to round cap, just like this. That is cool. So this one I'm going to keep it as it is, making it them a group, and I want to just overlap them with the design like this. So as you can see, it will look like this, and then maybe I will make it wrap and then arc, but not that much arc, just a little bit, 10%, that is fine. So something like this. So it is going to overlap. That is the point of my this one. And this is a stroke, so I don't want a stroke, so I am expanding it. Now it becomes a fill color, and then if I select them, I can align the center position of them, that is fine. So this is my main focus point, my fishing text. I'm going to use my that same font here, but this one I'm going to make it bigger. Now bigger because I want to make this my, like this is my focus text here, so that's why that is bigger. I'm going to use my this arc lower option, but not in this direction, in minus direction, kind of 10% or 20%, but 20% is a bit, let's make it 15%, or maybe make it a bit stress like this. Now for this kind of effect, like this arc effect or the arc lower option, we can always, if it is not expanded, like as you can see, if I select my fishing text, it is showing me some blank outline. So that is the original shape of the text, and the black we are just seeing the effect. So if I want to finalize the black, I need to expand it, but once it will be expanded, I will not be able to modify it. So I don't want that, and that is why I am going to skip my fishing text as it is right now. And then if I go to this properties panel, you can go to Windows and then properties, you will find this option, and here you can see this is the effect we are applying, wrap and then arc lower. If I click here, now I can see what is happening here. If I like turn on the preview here, and then if I make it lower or like smaller or bigger the amount, I can see what is basically happening. so I can fix them in like real time. So that much is good for me, I think. Now I'm selecting them again, then I'm going to place them like this. That is fine. So from becoming a porn star, so this position here, as you can see guys, this is a premium vector. So as I told you that I don't want to like use it as it is, that will make it copyrighted. So I'm going to use my text here, and then I'm going to use that one font here, everything in this same font. So kind of this, and then this one I'm going to break it, of course. Then I will use my pen tool to take this white or maybe this white, and then pressing shift to make it kind of this. That much is good for me. Now I am going to make it a stroke, of course, then maybe a bit in this area, selecting them all, aligning them center wise, expanding them because I want them to be a fill. Then if I click here, this is the vertical distribute space. This is going to distribute the space between my text and these lines. That is fine. Let's group it. Now I'm going to select everything here again, kind of this, and then if I select this too, I'm going to make it in this position, kind of this here. So that is fine. Now I want to keep my text readable, so I'm selecting my fish vector, and then if I double click and open the transparency, I can take a rectangle here. Okay guys, so I made a mistake here. I need to go back, because once it is in stroke mode, I wanted to make it this two stroke. I want to make them round caps just like this too, so that it feels same. That is fine. Now selecting them, center position, then distribute the space, make them into, that's fine. Expand it to make it fill color, and then in this area, kind of this. But again I am going to make it center position. Then I am selecting my fish vector, open the transparency, and now I am taking a rectangle just like this to fill this area. Now if my rectangle is in black or whatever area, if we paint something in black in this inside the transparency, that becomes invisible. So as you can see, this is how my design is now invisible. The fish vector is invisible and my text is clearly showing up. That's fine. So as this fishing is a focus text of me, this porn star is also a focus text here. Sorry for guys, this is just a message and I really like this message. Now for this one here, I'm going to make it another focus text. Of course I'm going to break it so that it stays in the same size area, kind of this. That is fine. Now here I am going to use the same style here, like this kind of arc I was using there. So if I, let me see, if I select my this text and go to effect, then wrap, then arc, of course that much is fine for me, I think. Okay, let's keep it. So I just wanted to keep that arc here so that I can use the same arc for my text here also. Now as you can see, when we are using this arc, we need to fix the fish vector position. So if I select the fish here inside the transparency, I will find this rectangle, but I don't need this now. I want to create another one. So I'm taking my pen tool so that I can draw inside this shape area just like this. Now it will hide these areas. This is really important to make it precisely, like as you can see. And then if I click it here, okay, so as this is done right now, I'm going to select this one and then I'm going to expand it. So once it is expanded, I cannot make changes to this arc. Now that is fine. I'm going to select, okay, so I'm selecting my fish vector, and then okay, that is not important because this part is not overlapping, kind of. Okay, let's see. If I select this group, open the transparency, and then if I again take my pencil tool and then draw a shape inside this fish area like this, it is going to hide, and that is going to make the fish on top. That's fine. So I'm going to select these three, and then make them a group, so they will not change their position. That's fine. Now for this one here, I'm going to use the opposite curve of this one. So I'm going to use this effect wrap and then arc lower. Sorry guys, not arc lower, arc upper, and the same kind of. Let me see if this is fitting in the direction or not. Something like this. Let's see. So I think it is. Yeah, that is matching with the curve. That is fine. Now I need to make sure that I am going to. Sorry for that. I need to make sure that my design wide is same every time, so that makes a perfect design, because I don't want a small area to make my design longer or wider. So that is the reason I am fixing this. Maybe this one, if I select, go to properties panel again, and from here I can make it smaller like this. Maybe that much is good. And now I am going to break it, so that I don't want to make any changes there. That is fine. So for this area, as you can see, this is not perfectly matching with the ruler here, so that's the reason I am going to make it match with the ruler. That's how it will be a complete design, kind of this. And then for this area, of course, this one is going outside of the ruler area. I don't want that, so I'm not pressing shift here. I'm just manually fixing this, because that's really a small details here. So that is fine. Now for this one here, this one is the text. I'm going to make it kind of this. Then I'm going to make it expand appearance. And now I want to keep my fish on top of this text, because this text I don't want to give it a really focus, because that's maybe someone will find this offending, or people really don't buy this kind of shirts in the real life, because this, I don't think anyone would want to wear a t-shirt like this where it is written I am a porn star, or I wanted to be one. So this is just some funny text, like for getting engagement. I make a video a few days earlier how to research your audience, because if you don't understand what your audience is expecting, you are not going to get some sales. Now I am just a hooker, so this is a good text. Let's just break it. Now in this one here, I am going to make it same size with this text. Now this is my final design, so that is the way I wanted to make it. Now for this fish one here, if I keep it as it is right now, it can be identifiable, but like this is the same vector from the free pick, but I added some element with it. I added some text to make it unique design, but still this is the same vector. And for this area, it is not going to look very good, so I'm going to make some changes here. Like I have some half tone vectors, I can use them. Like maybe I will use this one. So let's copy this. I'm going to just place it here. Then for this area, I want to make it same size, bigger as my this area. So let's keep it here. Ctrl X, Ctrl B to paste it back. Make sure that it is complete black, and that is fine. And for this area, I want to first of all select my this fish vector. Like as you can see here, if I select the fish, Ctrl C to copy, I am going to select my this one, and then open transparency for it, paste Ctrl F, and then merge unite to make it a complete one single shape, and that will make my fish on top. Now as you can see here, this area is also visible, and I don't want it. I want my text to be clearly readable, so I'm going to take my pen tool again, and then I'm going to make a stroke like this, just to stay inside the area of the curve here. So something like this maybe, and then I'm pressing Alt so that I can modify these anchor points like this, and that is fine. Now for that area, I'm going to bring this down, then I'm going to rotate this one, so maybe it will fit in the design area. or I can modify this anchor point like this is not really important, or if it is still missing some part like you can see here or in that area. Okay guys, so that is not working. Let me do this again, like perfectly for this area. So I'm going to keep it, I'm just trying to keep everything inside this stroke. This stroke, as you can see, I'm trying to keep everything inside that area, and that is going to make it a good design. Kind of this, and still if it is missing any part, you can always fix that with creating a custom shape with pen tool or pencil tool. So that is fine. Now this is my vector is done, sorry, the vector work is done, and for this area I'm selecting this again, and I wanted to, like, I want to hide this part. I don't want anything that is coming out of that area, because those are just small details and not very important, and if I keep them, that can cause some trouble for my main design. So that is fine. Let's keep it kind of a, let's try another effect here. If that works, I'm going to control C, control B, bring that a bit down like this, make this a bit, make this unite. Then I'm going to again select this one, then control C, control F. I'm going to make it one time up and down. Then if I select my this one, then if I click on, press alt and then click on this minus font, it is going to apply this effect. Okay, so that didn't work very well, so let me select it, and this is the vector. Okay, I need to find the original one, then I can change the color of it so that I can see. Okay guys, so I made a mistake here, that is I wanted to create another version, like this is the original layer and then back one. So I'm going to control C, control P to paste in back, kind of this, but that is not the way I wanted this to be. So that is fine. I'm selecting this one, control C, control B, bring this a bit down, then select this one and then press alt and then minus 4. So that is going to work. Now this is just a effect so that it feels like a custom work there, and of course for this text here. So this border I'm going to, first step is making it a bit smaller, then unite so that it becomes one single shape. Control C, control B, bring that 2 times up and right. Then if I select this one, control C, control B, 1 time up and right. So then if I select this two, I can press alt and then click on this minus 4. It is going to look like this. This is just an extra work. If you want to do it, that is fine. If you don't, that is also fine. So let's keep it kind of this, and I'm going to make it a bit down here. Now as you can see, this area is not looking very good. So if I select this one inside the transparency, I will find the shape of this fish. Let's copy that, and now I'm going to select this two and then make it a group, double click and then press Ctrl F. That is going to keep my fish on top and hide those areas. That is fine. So let's select everything here, expand everything, then make it complete black. If you can convert this in complete black color, that is fine. You did this very good. So let's colorize the design. I'm going to Ctrl X, Ctrl B. Now this one I'm going to keep it kind of this dark color so that I can see. Now I'm going to lock this, that is fine. So this one I'm going to select and then make it this red, and then this shadow I'm going to make it white. So this is going to be a black and, sorry, red and white design. And for this part I'm going to, as this is the main focus text of this one, I'm going to make that red, then make this like that, red and white. I'm selecting this one, maybe I will make this red. So if I select my this fish vector, I'm going to select this and then, okay, as you can see here is some problem. So I need to first of all fix this. I'm going to select this one, then inside the transparency I will find this fish vector, Ctrl C to copy. Now I need to select this group. this text group, and inside that I will find this small shape and erasing that and pasting it here, pasting the new shape that is going to make it look like that. So that's right. I'm selecting the fish vector here, Ctrl C, Ctrl V. Now I'm going to make it merge unite, then their shape I'm going to make it white. And if I select this black one inside the transparency, whatever I pasted, copy that, click here, select the white one, open transparency, press Ctrl F, that is going to fix it. Okay, so here is the second part. I am going to select this one here, this one I'm going to make it white of course, then this one red. Okay, let's use that one white, this two part white, and then this one red, and that just keeping the color combination here. Okay guys, not like that. So I'm going to select this two, I'm going to make it red, and this one I'm keeping white, this same style, that is fine. And for this one here I'm going to use this text, making it red, then the shadow of it, making it white. So that is fine. Now this one here I'm going to just make it white. Okay, so yeah, that's it. If I unlock the layer, if I make it black, so this is how my design is going to look right now, and this is the effect I wanted to create, like customizing a premium vector or any vector from Repeat, making that a part of your design. I hope this will give you some advanced level idea how to customize vectors, how to make a unique t-shirt design using some pre-made vectors. Now if you are using Repeat, then you should buy the subscription or any site we are using, but if you cannot, you can just simply take some free to download vectors and modify them. That is completely fine, don't worry about it. So that's it guys, thank you. I hope you understand what I was trying to teach you in this one. If you want to learn about any specific design style or anything, you can comment. I will try to show you guys that versions. So that's it for today's video. See you in the next video guys. Have a great time. Thank you everyone.